On camera now. That'll learn you. All right, guys, we have a few people to show up. I'll be honest, I'm really excited about this, but I was really kind of hoping it'd wait a few days. It's good for a couple reasons. So one, I am literally kind of out of incubator space, and there's about 4 or 5 ready to pop, so I need to clear some space to be able to get those in. So that's going to be good news. But last year we cut this exact same clutch. We had a few guests down. We had Anna and her daughter were here, and we actually hit the killer zebra bee, and I was so excited. But as you guys have followed her story, most of you know that one was a failure to thrive. Uh, Part of the things with the move, it just failed, and I was pretty devastated by that, honestly. But they were going to come down and help us cut this clutch again, so we were hoping it would go till Saturday. It didn't make it, and we're pipping on Wednesday. So since it's a long way to Saturday, we're going to go ahead and open them up. So sorry, Anna. I wish you could have been here, but you'll get to see them first thing because you're going to come hopefully hang out with us anyway. So that should tell you what this clutch is. It is a zebra bee, so an Axanthic visual pastel spider to a pastel head Axanthic. So I'm really hoping for a killer zebra bee. Now the odds are long, but we did hit one year. We also have already cut our Axanthic, our zebra bee to our Axanthic pastel clutch this year. We had one of those laid. The other one hasn't laid yet. I don't know. We'll see if she does. I'm not holding my breath on that one. And we did not hit a killer zebra bee, but we did hit a really nice zebra bee. So it's not all bad. So this is the first one that pipped. So we're going to start there. Odds are the things that can be in this clutch would be we could have normal, pastel, spider, bumblebee, 100% head Axanthic, super pastel, also 100% head Axanthic is a possibility. And then, of course, we could have a visual Axanthic, an Axanthic pastel, an Axanthic super pastel, an Axanthic spider, an Axanthic zebra bee, and then a killer bee Axanthic. I also left out the possibility of the killer bee head Axanthic. So as you can see, there's a whole lot of things that can come out of here, but only one way to find out, right? Time to go digging in and see what we got. So since this one's sliced up, oh man, I just noticed that too. So you can see, I'll show you something kind of cool in these eggs. Since Kurt's actually holding the camera, it gives me a little more freedom to see and do, and he'll pop any questions he thinks he needs to read. So you have a slit here and a slit here. So this one's really been working at it, but you see all these marks here, here, and here. Those are also telling you something. So if you start to see those in your eggs, I'm talking about this gray line, there, and there, and there, and nothing's pipping, go ahead and cut them. That is a stress mark on that egg from where that baby is trying to cut its way out. So it's telling you it's ready. If it didn't have a developed egg tooth, it wouldn't be ready to do that. So there that little guy is.
Someone asked what made you get into venomous.
Just hold on. That one's alive. I've always been fascinated about them, and we've gone out and caught some in the wild and everything else. I just decided one day I wanted to try keeping one after I had learned how to handle from some people that have tons of experience, and decided I wanted to keep one. I kept just one. I mean, just one for quite a while, and then one turned into a couple, and then there it went from there. So it was just one of those things I kind of worked up to out of curiosity, but I made sure that I felt confident in what I was doing. I didn't just jump into it. That being said, anybody that wants to do it, I would strongly suggest doing it. Just do it as safely as you possibly can and legally. Do it legally.
So the first one was normal, you think?
No. The first one's definitely not normal. It looks like it's a pastel. Possibly, I mean, it's too hard to tell, but probably just a regular pastel. I can see the back. I'll know more if there's anything else going on with that animal, but definitely not a visual Axanthic.
It's definitely a snake.
Definitely a snake. Oh, shit. It's getting better, boys and girls. So that right there does not appear to be a killer. It does appear to be a zebra bee. Look at that thing moving there, so doing good. So that's really good. That means we got 2 zebra bees this year, except one from the last clutch. The other one was a female. I don't anticipate, I'll go ahead and say this now, I don't anticipate keeping 2 zebra bees. The female right now is listed as a holdback. What happens here, and if anything happens with the other pastel Axanthic, could change that, but I don't intend to keep 2. So that does mean I will be releasing a zebra bee this year. So good news for you folks, especially you folks on Patreon, because we'll release it there first, and I can almost promise you it's not going to get past that. So if you want that and you're not on Patreon, well, probably should be. Oh, yeah. So the main thing I want to see is live, healthy babies. But I love seeing these visual examples. And that looks to be very, very nice in there. Now, it's going to be either an Axanthic Pastel or an Axanthic Super Pastel. Can't tell for sure. So far, 3 eggs, 2 visual Axanthics. I'm feeling good. Still no killer bee.
Do you ever see the eggs move as the snakes move inside?
Very rarely, but I don't sit there and watch them. But, I mean, if you catch one trying to pip out, you're going to see that. And as I've messed with them, I've seen it a little bit, but not a lot. Oh,
Do you know what some of these might be priced at?
I have no idea yet. Prices have seemed a little funny in the ball python market to me lately. So see, this one is not a visual Axanthic. You can see all that yellow color in there. But definitely not a normal. Probably a pastel or super pastel. Really nice little one though. And again, they'll be head Axanthics. So right now we're 50% on the visual Axanthics. Come on, one killer bee Axanthic. That's all Daddy needs, just one. I'll take more, but one will make me really happy. What do we got here?
Snake.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
A ball python.
Someone asked, how do you tell if they're heads?
Well, I'll cover that in a second. I gotta look at this baby list for a second, guys. Give me 1 second because I think I know what this is. Yeah, pretty certain. I think we hit another zebra bee in there. I don't think it's killer. I'm gonna cut a little more open on that. So how do you know they're hets? Well, the only way you can truly know is by the pairing. So in this case, I used a visual Axanthic, so it's going to have to pass that on. About the only way it wouldn't be 100% het was if we had some kind of a retained sperm issue, but since this was the same pairing as last year, I'm not too worried about that. And we're also seeing visual Axanthics. And that only be because the dad was the visual.
David asked who's all in the room.
I don't know, David. Yeah, that looks to be just, I don't want to say just, because this is awesome to have 2 of those. But I'm not seeing killer in there. I don't see the blushing. I can't see the head, but pretty sure just doesn't, just another zebra bee. So 2 zebra bees. You're going to get no complaints out of me on this clutch as long as everything is alive and healthy, which after what we went through last year with the move is a really big deal to me. And, we just did an 11 egg clutch. I just finished setting it up today. All came out perfect. So I'm feeling really good. Oh, hot diggity damn. You gotta be fucking kidding me, man. You gotta be shitting me. Okay, so this is a pairing that will happen every year because I'm pretty certain that, unless this is just not fully colored up yet, but I highly doubt it because once pippin on its own and these babies look big and healthy, that would appear to be another zebra bee. And that one's really, really nice. So there's going to be zebra bees for everybody this year. Damn, 3 zebra bees. But hey, we still ain't seen a killer. I won't know for sure until they're out because sometimes you won't get the same blushing. It'll just be the cleanliness and the head will tell us. But I am pretty certain so far. That's what I'm looking at. And we're back up and running. We back going?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, guys. It kicks me off every now and then, but I stop cutting as soon as it did because I haven't seen this yet. So you'll get the chance to see it with me. Look at that shit. Another visual. That's pretty sure you're definitely a visual. You can see the yolk in there, see the little nose up there. So So see how much more silver this has on it? That might be just a regular Axanthic. Okay, one last egg. All right, guys, let's go out with a bang here, right? That's what I really want to do. It'll be, you know, and maybe these will darken up. I don't know, but they all look like zebra beasts to me right now. I mean, I can't believe we'd get 3 of them though. I mean, so far it's like pastels and almost everything. This is a gooey one. Let's go out with a bang, y'all. Holy shit. What the fuck? Again, I won't know for sure what all we got until they're all out, but I just, this is unbelievable. Like, I'm not going to say we hit a killer, because in looking, I'm not seeing the blushing and the black that I would normally expect to see for a killer. So I don't think we hit a killer, but I just want to go over these eggs really quick. So we started with here, and that appears to be a pastel, right? Possible super pastel. We'll know more once we can see more. Doing good. Probably just a pastel. 100% head Axanthic. Then we slid over to, was it here next? I believe so. And man, look at that thing. That definitely appears to have spider in it. Well, we got a little bit of alien head now. There's spider. Look how short those marks are. And man, oh man. So we hit that, what appears to be a zebra bee. I mean, unless it gets a lot more color coming in to prove to be just spider, but I don't think so. Then we came over here, we evened up the odds, hit this guy here. Another, obviously got pastel in it. I slid over here, hit this one, and this is like, appears to be a pastel Axanthic, right? So we came over, I believe it was here next, cracked open what appears to be a zebra bee, then cracked open what appears to be a regular Axanthic. See how the color development in there too? That gives me a good sign, because if these were spiders, I would expect this color to already be on here. Then boom, cracked open a zebra bee, and then came over here, and boom, cracked open what appears to be a zebra bee. So if you're keeping a score at home, oh, also I want to point out, if you guys remember we set these eggs up, I did pulled these eggs on video, I do believe, and we originally had 9 eggs, but one of them didn't candle. No veins in the candle, was a full-size egg, and we drew an unhappy face on it. That was this clutch. I wanted to point that I forgot. If you notice, that's the egg that's gone. So we had 8 eggs in one slug. Like I said, those are typically going to be slugs when you see no veins whatsoever. There is a chance you're seeing, I always say when in doubt, incubate it out, because there's a chance you just may be missing them, even if you've seen a lot of them. So you might as well put it in there and see what happens if it's full size, but don't expect much. So that egg did go bad, which was bad from the time it was laid. So we had 8 healthy eggs, 1 slug. All 8 look great. And out of 8 healthy eggs, we have 4 zebra bees, bringing the total to this year to 5, with 1 more possible shot at zebra bees to go. There's some other shots at visual Axanthics, but only 1 more shot at zebras or killer zebras. And even though I didn't hit the killer zebra this year, man, I'm going to be okay, because I got another shot next year, and I'm going to get it. Like, I'm going to get it. I ain't that worried about it. I'll be in this business and in this game for years to come, and I can be patient. It sucks, but I can do it. But to have 4 of those, man, oh man, now I'm going to have to choose what I keep and what I don't keep. But you are going to see a load of Axanthics hit the market. Let me borrow this really fast, and I'll give it back to you. No? No? Give me that. Jeez. I do want to show you the other Axanthics that are out, so you can have some comparison. So there is another Axanthic pastel. This is what I mean by an Axanthic spider, a lot more darker color. Now he was the runt, but he is feeding really well for us actually. Straight up, Axanthic, another Axanthic pastel, and then of course the crown jewel from the first clutch. I'll show you that so you can see why I think I'm seeing what I'm seeing. Is this one here about to go into shed, and that is of course a zebra bee. And you saw us open, I think, 4 more of those. Who knows? maybe we got really lucky. All right, guys. Kurt, you want to say anything?
Hello.
Kurt says hello. Let me flip this around. I'm going to set up the tripod. We're going to do this like we always do it. Because, I got to slide over to Patreon today, too, now, right? We were actually supposed to film today, but since this came up, we kind of started doing this. Oh, man, the Gaboon actually needs a cleaning because it literally just shed. I was waiting up to shed all weekend, and then boom, as soon as the weekend is over, it did give a shed for us. Let me get some hand sanitizer here. But before we go and slide over to Patreon, I gave you a good egg cutting like we always try to do. Hopefully you got to see some babies. Hopefully you're as excited as I am. I probably don't feel like I'm showing the excitement I should be showing. Somebody asked how you're doing today, Kurt.
Tired.
He said he's tired. But it's, probably because this isn't the first time I've hatched these. So I'm still not hitting the ultimate goal. But trust me, I'm very, very happy with what came out. Now, look at your comment. AK massive poop. Oh, yeah. They will have a massive poop. But I don't know where your comment is. I just grabbed it, David. Oh, I do have better odds on it with Anna out here because we got the killer bee. But unfortunately, everybody's got to work, and it wasn't going to wait till Saturday since they went ahead and did this already. So, dude, he's tired not just because this. You guys got to understand, this isn't our job. This is what we do for fun. I mean, it's a ton of work that he has to put in. That's why he's tired. That's why we're both tired all the time with the video editing, the video filming, and then a lot of the rat work at the shop. So, and on top of that, he actually works for the city, so he has another 40-hour-a-week job, and then 2 kids. So yeah, it is nuts. Oh yeah, it is a Patreon visitor, and the combo for the zebra bee is a pastel spider Axanthic. They look awesome. They're one of my favorite all-time snakes. All right, guys, I wish it was my career. That's the long-term goal, but no, man, I work a 40-hour week just like anybody else, usually a little bit longer than that. We're also involved with the reptile shop, but I'll be honest, Kurt does more work with that than I do. And then we do this as well. So I'm here every day in the reptile house. He's working rats every day, and we pretty much get my life. Also, you see me on camera a ton doing a lot of these with egg cutting season. So yeah, it's like having two jobs full time. But at the 18-minute mark here, hey man, I appreciate that KRDP. That's what we need. The best way for support is obviously those Patreons. The biggest way to support us. It helps a ton, and you get twice the footage. Before we go over to Patreon, though, which we're going to do at the 20-minute mark, unless we started kind of a new thing, we will extend this up to 60 minutes anytime we do a live for question and answer sessions. But it all depends on you and Super Chat. So if you want us to stay, Super Chats keep us here up to the 60-minute mark, and then you can still send them, but I can't stay past that because, well, we've got a life to do. So Jerry has a question. If you have a 100% head Axanthic to a normal, would you produce a visual? You would not, Jerry. If you put a 100% head Axanthic to a normal, what you're going to produce is possible head Axanthic. So every baby would have a 50% chance of being head Axanthic. People always say 50% het. That gets confusing to some people. It's really a 50% chance. So a snake's either het or not het. It ain't het sometimes and not sometimes. So it's a 50% chance of being het. If you were to use a visual Axanthic, like SK, VPI, it doesn't matter what the line or what the recessive is. They all work the same for the most part. There's some allelic combos, but that's a conversation for the day. If you used a visual SK Axanthic and you put it to a normal, you still wouldn't make a visual. You would make all of them that would be het. There would be no maybe het or not. So that's how it works. Do I ever jump on the Discord boards? Oh, Josh, every now and then I do. I need to do it more. There is a tab which I need to get on there and check. I try to do it as often as I can, but I mean, you guys have heard how busy we are. That is specific to questions just for me, and it's much easier for me to check questions there than it is through Patreon because Patreon messages system is shit, which is why we set up the Discord. Anna was a big part of that. We could not have done that without her. As a matter of fact, she set up the Discord. Let's be honest. I just tried to learn and participate in it. She came down and kind of got me knowledgeable enough to move at a turtle's pace. But that is definitely the best place to contact us. And then, too, our phone number's out there. If you need it, we'll certainly give it to you. We'll get that on some posts here soon on Discord. So everybody has that. So if you have a question that needs immediate attention or something that you really need to get with me on, I'm a number, man. And we'll always get to you on that, too. How many species of snakes I have? All right, guys, this will be the last question we're able to answer without having to hop off of here unless we do run into a super chat because we got other crap we do have to do. Honestly, we got still some filming possible. I got to put these eggs up. Yeah, I got a crock we just had to put water in. So how many species of snake do I have? Well, we have ball pythons, we have blood pythons, we have carpet pythons, we have timber rattlesnakes, western diamondback rattlesnakes, and prairie rattlesnakes, all on site here. And then I also own a green tree python. What's that?
Gaboon.
Oh yeah, the gaboon viper. Forgot about the gaboon. How the hell do I do that? So that's about 8 species of snakes I can think of off the top of my head. Also, we do keep boa constrictors at Kurt's house. We do have the common boa. So 9 different species of snakes that we keep. We keep our boas separate from here though. All right, guys, it's been a 21-minute mark, so we are going to have to hop up off of here, and we're going to slide over to Patreon and give them some time too, where they don't have to fight for comments, and we will catch you all next time. Maybe. There we go. That's what I'm looking for.